Hello, hello. Okay, good morning. Is anyone here? I cannot see anyone. Anyway, let me start speaking about the class that I would like to speak about. Okay, class. So, today we are talking about becoming fluent speakers of English. Now, I had shared one document where I had been talking about past perfect tense, but then I decided that this was a time where you can sit at home and practice your communication skills, become fluent in English. And so, even today, I have shared a few videos with you which will give you some tips about how to improve your English. And today's document talks about communication skills in a nutshell. What are the skills that are necessary? How you should be, like it says here, that um, if you are an effective communicator, you should be quick in solving a problem, you should make decisions strongly, you should be more productive, you should be consistent, you should be strong in business relations, you should have professional image and better response and all those things. And then I talk about listening, talking straight, non-verbal communication, and stress management, emotion control, and then how to improve on all these things. Um, what I do not say is what I have given in the assignment. In the assignment, I have given you two questions, and I want you to go online. Want you to go online, do some search, and then come back and write the answers. You have to go online and do some research on non-verbal communication. I'll be talking about them in this class, and that is why I did not want you to do your classes, answers before the class was over. So what are the things that we are going to talk about today? The most important thing that we are going to talk about today is to develop your fluency. Now, students like Amir and students like some of the students of CSC, you are in a position to talk in English. You can make few sentences in English, but you are not efficient speakers. To become efficient speakers, just a moment, guys. To become efficient speakers, you need to develop your efficiency. And that is very easily done, especially now that you have time to practice. So you don't need more than 15 minutes a day. 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening. In the initial stages, now that you have just 15 days, you only need 5-6 minutes in the morning. So in the morning half, sit down in a place where no one will disturb you for at least 10 minutes. Take a topic, any topic, random topic. Take a topic and most of the topics we don't have much idea on. We can say one or two sentences and then we may stop. So it is best to take a topic, go online and do some search. Take just 2-3 minutes to do the search. Don't take much time, because if you take time, you will just go on reading things and you'll think, I don't have enough idea. Don't do that. Just read, do some online search, type a word, and you'll find lots of suggestions and lots of answers coming up. Just read those. Don't click on those articles, and most of the cases you can just skim through the headings and one or two points that is given in the Google search. You don't need to go into the pages also. So skimming through the headings and getting a bit of pointers, you then are more or less ready. The next steps I'll explain to you. Next thing that you need to do is, you just need to, I mean, just take up that topic and the points and close the internet. Don't keep the internet open, because then you will have no time. You will just be going back and you'll be wasting time. Close the internet after 2-3 minutes, max to max 5 minutes. Close it and sit with pen and paper and jot down the points. Don't go into details, just the points. 3, 4, 5, whatever points you remember. Don't make it more than 5-6 points. 6 max. So write down 6 points. Look at it once. Close the notebook, or fold the paper that you have been writing on. Keep it aside. Don't look at the paper. Don't look at your internet. Maybe if possible, switch off your mobile phones. Don't switch it off. Just put it in aeroplane mode, and then take out the phone timer, and then start talking. You have 5 points with you, or three points with you. Talk on those 3 points. At the initial stages, you'll find that you can talk for 30 to 40 seconds, max to max 50 seconds. But when you come back tomorrow, take another topic, or if you are very interested in doing this practice, you can take another topic the same day, do some research, write down the points, talk about the second topic. So every day, at least take one topic, do a little bit of research for 3-4 minutes, write down 3-4 points, talk about it. And first day you may be talking one line, second day you may be talking two lines about each point, and like that, try to improve your speaking and content of your speaking to 3 minutes. Do not record yourself. Do not ask anyone else to hear. If possible, sit in a room where no one will come, or close the doors and talk on yourself for 2-3 minutes. Just put on the timer and talk. Once you have got to the level of 3 minutes, now is the time when you can go to the next stage. What you are going to do is, you are going to open the phone and do a voice recording. No other recordings, no one else should be present. Just record yourself and try to improve your speaking on any topic, not from 3 minutes to 5 minutes. So instead of talking for 30 seconds, you are now improved to 3 minutes, and I am asking you to improve up to 5 minutes. Now, if you are really serious and you really practice, you'll find that you have to reach 5 minutes uh, capacity, 5 minutes tenacity, and to do it on a regular basis, you need a practice of at least 30 days. Even if you reach an efficiency of 5 minutes for before 30 days, say you reach it by 15-18 days, I ask you to go on practicing in this way for 30 days. Once you have practiced for 5 minutes for 30 days and recorded yourself for those after the 3 minutes, landmark that I have set for you, you take this recording and take it to an expert. You may find out any expert in English, or you may come with the recording to me and we will check it out. Hello, Salman. So today I'm talking about Hello, Salman. Can you hear me? Okay, I don't see your microphone, so probably you're from somewhere where there's no microphone and no video. Just listen to what I'm saying. I've told some steps of how to become efficient speaker. So I'm asking you to take this time and practice. What I'm asking you to do is take a topic every day, go online and research about that topic for just 3 minutes, jot down the points. Now, when you are jotting down the points, switch off your internet, remember the points and jot them down. 3 points in in one piece of paper, 3 to 5. Max to max, make it 6 points. Then close the notebook or fold the paper and start talking. Initially, when you start talking, you should have no one in your room. Neither should you record yourself. You should just sit down and talk. Open your mobile timer and see how long you can talk at one time. Initially, you may be talking for 50 seconds, 1 minute. Try to improve each day, or in one day you can take two topics. You can do two trials. Do not make more than two trials. So do two trials. Take one topic, jot down a few points, talk about it for 1 minute, talk about it, and gradually improve this and talk about that particular topic for 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, you start recording yourself, but you have to improve your talking skills, I mean, talking capacity, not just to 3 minutes, but to 5 minutes. Don't think about grammar. Do not think about sentence construction. Do not think about any damn thing. Just go on recording yourself and talking for 5 minutes. Now comes a time when you have reached the 5 minute level, and you should be reaching that 5 minute level almost for 5 to 6 days. After you have got that efficiency, take your recording and um, get it checked by a mentor. You can also show me if you feel comfortable, but do not share it with any of your friends or your family members, nobody. Just sit down yourself and do it. When your mentor checks it out, he can point out the construction in the sentence that you are going wrong, or the grammar that you are doing wrong. So if there is a mistake in the grammar, then go ahead and correct those grammars. Now is the time where you'll be still taking a topic, still talking for 5 minutes, but you will be slower because you are giving more attention to grammar. You are also trying to keep your sentences short, because then only can you avoid the construction mistakes. So keep your short sentence short and simple. And in most cases, you will also avoid the grammar mistakes. So you are taking this topic and recording yourself and rectifying your grammar. After a few sittings with your mentors, you can do it on yourself, because your mentor has told you what type of grammar, preposition, article, verb, tense mistakes you are making. Just be rectifying yourselves and doing this, keeping your sentences short and practicing for 5 minutes again every single day for another 30 days. Now, by this time, I am sure you'll be quite confident to talk for 5 minutes, because you have rectified your grammar and sentence mistakes. Now comes a time when you're going to continue recording yourself and take your recording and showing it to your mentor, or even me if you are comfortable, where we will be pointing out the repetitions in the sentences that you're making, repetitions in the vocabulary that is there. You can do this sentence repetition even before. What you have to do is, if you find that you are repeating yourself, you are repeating sentence, almost entire sentence again, in the second cases, you have to add a little bit of example or a story. Either you can add an example if you are talking about a technical topic, add an example or an equation or some solution, or you add a story if you are talking about any normal thing, any day-to-day life thing. Sorry. So you are now not repeating yourself just like that. You have made your speaking comfortable and attractive by adding examples and stories. Now your mentor will tell you what vocabularies needs to be corrected. Sometimes some of us use the wrong word, that word should not be used. Sometimes some of us use words again and again. Suppose I have started the first sentence with sometimes, I have started the second sentence with sometimes. If I am saying it in a gathering, on stage, this will look boring, this will look bad. So first case, I'll say sometimes. Second case, I'll say other times. So that is something which your mentor will tell you, which your guide will tell you, that this is certain changes that you can do. We make other type of repetitions. Those repetitions is not nice to hear unless and until we want to emphasize something. Suppose I want to emphasize that you need to do this, you need to do 4 things. So I go on saying you need to do number 1 step, you need to do number 2 step, you need to do number 3 step. I want to emphasize. Otherwise, this type of repetitions are bad, boring. So your guide will tell you what type of repetition should be avoided, what type of words are correct, what type of places needs to be a little bit changed. So that is, you are changing the construction of what you are speaking. Take these advices. You may need to go back to your guide not once but more than 2-3 times, where he'll see your progress. You take some advice, try to practice it for 5 days or 1 week, go back to your guide and show your recording. He or she will give you next advice, try to follow them for another week. Another set of advice, another week. And each time you're learning new vocabularies. So try to use those vocabularies in your speaking, not just when you are speaking, recording yourself, but in other times also, when you're speaking with your friends or also just one word, etc. here and there. Try to remember those words, new words that you have learned. But another thing you must keep in mind, the new words that you are learning should not exceed 20 to 30 words in 1 month. If you learn more words, you'll forget most of them, and lots of words are always not necessary. When we talk, we need to be effective. We need to reach out to the person who is sitting in front of us. So we do not need do you have video, Salman? Do you have your camera? Okay. Okay. So when you are asking your guide to give you vocabulary input, try to restrict yourself to max 30 words in a month. If you try to learn more, you will forget most of them, and we don't need that many variety of words. I am not Shashi Tharoor. Most of us are not Shashi Tharoor. We don't need to have that type of vocabulary. We are simple people. Our simple words will be more effective. So keep your sentences short and simple. Keep your vocabulary as efficient as possible. Rectify your grammar that you have learned. And now you have been practicing for 3 months. Now is the time when you should be recording yourself, not just the audio, but go on to the video, because we need to do some more practices. This practice is about our body language. In our body language, there are 4 important things. First is our vision, second is our hand movement, third is our feet movement, and fourth is our voice. So when we are practicing our eye movement, try to practice by looking at the eye of the camera of the mobile phone or any other device that you are using for recording. Okay, when you look at the eye, when you practice by looking at the eye, it gives you the practice of looking at your audience's eye and talking. Talk your whatever 1-2 sentence that you share, that becomes more effective, that actually reaches the person who is listening. Otherwise what happens is, um, your audience will not be very confident about what you are saying. And Salman, you have the habit of looking down and talking most of the times, at least in class. I don't know what you do with your friends, but in class this is something you do. So try to avoid that as much as you can. Try to keep your try to keep your eyes pointed to the camera. That will give you the practice of looking in your audience's eye, your customer's eye, and listening. Next, I'm talking. Next thing that you need to do is move your hands. Don't move them too much. Don't move them too little. Don't keep them tied together in one place. When you are recording yourself, try to move your hands a little bit. Normally, if you don't think about your hands will have a normal movement, and then there won't be a problem. What our eyes do is, our eyes look at the lips and the hand movement and prepare an idea. Our ears are listening. These two together gives an added emphasis to the thing that we are hearing. So I have to help the eye to understand what I am speaking. So that is why I'm asking you to move your hands but a little bit, and moving it normally with your words. Not too much, not too little. Next is, if you stand up and record yourself, you'll see that we are in the habit of moving around. See, I am moving forward, moving backward, moving sideways. Human being cannot stand in one place for a long time. But try to restrict your movements to slow motions. Don't move too abruptly. That is one thing. Another thing that you have to remember is, uh, don't shuffle, or uh, I mean, don't make too drastic movements, too much movement. That is something which shows nervousness. We should avoid that as much as we can, so that people in listening to us thinks that I am confident. Last thing that we need to do is modulate our voice. So when I'm speaking in class or any other place, what you will see is, when I'm trying to emphasize on something, either I raise my voice or I make it more uh, deep to emphasize the point. When I am trying to say something very serious, sometimes I get a little bit slow, little bit, I whisper at certain times. Most of the people do this when we are talking normally. When you are speaking, you have to use this efficiently. You have to be high pitched sometimes, you have to be low, middle, medium at sometimes, you have to be very low pitch or whisper at sometimes. Because when you whisper, what happens is your audiences hear that, my God, this is something different. So what he or she does is, if that is different, then he or she will be keeping more emphasis on that particular thing. My God, this is something important that is being said. That is why he changed the voice volume. So you should be making these modulations. Sometimes you need to pause. When I pause, don't pause for longer. Just 1 or 2 seconds is enough. When I pause for 1 or 2 seconds, audience are waiting. What next? What next? What is he going to say? What is she going to say? So that type of things should be there uh, in our speaking. So when I am recording myself, my last phase is to look into the camera, to move my hands comfortably, to move my feet less as possible. Body movement should be as less as possible, and voice should be regulated. It should not be always high, always medium space, always low. There should be a variety, and there should be pauses where that is necessary. So I hope after this practice of 4 months, you'll be in a position to share your recordings, talk in a public place. And I mean, you can have yourself as a confident speaker. Hope this helps. And let me tell you, I'll be sharing some videos today, and I'll be sharing a lesson. Go through that. And at the same time, I have given two exercises. One exercise, sorry, forgot to share my screen. Um, one exercise Here are the two videos that I shared from YouTube, and this is my lesson that I have been sharing. Here you'll get the communication skills in a nutshell, and these are the two questions that I have given. First question is to write about the nonverbal communication, and the second question is about stress management. Please go online, do a little bit of research, and write about it. Each has to be 200 words long, that is not too big, and try to submit them by 5th April 10 a.m. That is better if you submit it by 4th April. Hope this was a good class. You have understood what we have been sharing, and you would be joining me next class for uh, better applications on interpersonal skills. So bye class.